Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox, where we talk about all things Xbox, new and old. And on today's agenda is a review of Rallisport Challenge for the original Xbox. Released March 4th, 2002 as an original Xbox exclusive, published by Microsoft Game Studios and developed by Digital Illusions CE, which you might know today as DICE, the team that brings out all of the Battlefield titles for EA. This is from a time when DICE did mostly pinball games, racing games, and a lot of licensed stuff before they were making these huge AAA titles. Unlike those games, Rallisport Challenge is quite a smaller scale game, but I found that it at least had a lot of fun to offer. Racing games have been one of my favorite genres for a long time, and I may not know much about cars, but I find a very good racing game can be both relaxing and a rewarding experience. And over the past few years, I've discovered my love for the rally racing genre specifically. This is where the main focus is on the track alone and trying to beat all of the times posted by the other drivers on a very perilous, winding road. And something about this has captured my enjoyment, and I've been trying to play more of these style games than ever. And as soon as I heard that Xbox had an exclusive rally racing game, I knew I was going to have to pick up Rallisport, and it keeps that enjoyment strong. Rallisport Challenge offers a career mode, a time trial mode. There is a free play for multiplayer as well, but most of your time will be spent in the career mode. In career mode, your goal is to gain points from each competition to unlock the next tier of pro racing levels. You can start this on easy or normal difficulty, where easy is going to let you restart in the middle of a competition if you are losing, and normal is going to force you to restart the entire competition if you are losing. I played on normal, but it does get really tough there in the final stages of the career mode, and it can get absolutely relentless. So honestly, it's a bit of a challenge. I'd understand if you'd want it on easy, but that challenge does add for another layer of a great time. Each category of races is a ton of fun. You get Rallycross, which is just your normal racing. Others will be on the track for these, and it'll normally be on roads like ice roads or mountain roads. It adds a good little bit of variety to the game, especially on those ice roads, because it makes the drifting even more loose and crazy. Then there are the standout modes to me, and that's Rally and Hill Climb, both of which put you on a treacherous track that you must maneuver in order to get the best time. And some of these tracks get relentless at the end of the game, especially in Hill Climb, where one bad drift can send you careening over the edge of a mountain. And the maps for these levels are great for the original Xbox. I really loved all the looks of the levels across the worlds. You're going to visit forests, mountains, and deserts. And the tracks move quite dynamically through these environments. They squeeze and turn, and when the voice lines are directing you to properly work with the roads, it really goes in tandem, and it really works well. It's quite an engaging experience, and the design of it all is impeccable. The only thing that it lacks is a cockpit view. The third-person view is fine, but I am not a fan of bumper view and would have preferred something to really feel in the zone while I was driving. Luckily, the sequel does have a cockpit view. Yet, it is nice to see these car models in the third person because all the car models are designed very well and they match their real-life counterparts quite perfectly, especially for the original Xbox. If there's one flaw this game has, and it's not a big one, is that it's quite lacking in the music department. I feel like a lot of racing games at that time had really awesome soundtracks, and there's barely any tracks here, and they're honestly quite forgettable. Luckily, this game does allow for custom music on the Xbox, so you can pump your own music while you drive, which is nice, but I still would prefer a curated track list to kind of discover new music. I also would have appreciated just a little bit more content in this game. I got through it all very fast, and honestly, if there was more, I would have stuck with it and I would have kept going. It just feels so great to play, and when you finally finish, it's like, oh no, I don't have any more of this great game to play. And, you know, it just feels so good to control. Drifting is smooth, and I love how easy it is to pull off the drifts in this game. Swiftly moving through turns in a combo feels great when you get it going perfectly. Never once when I was driving did I think my failure was the game's fault. It was all my own fault, and it just took skill to get through everything. And in racing games, that's exactly what you want. And I know this was released in Europe at the launch of the Xbox March 14th, 2002, because rally racing is more popular over there than it's ever been here in North America. And Europe, you definitely got a great launch title. It's one of the best rally games I think I've played, and I think it's definitely worth revisiting. Do I think it's the best racing game on Xbox? And I'd have to say no. Project Gotham Racing is a more full experience with more music tracks and more racing tracks. It's still a really solid game though, and it's pretty cheap, so definitely pick it up if you're a fan. And I'm really excited to check out the sequel one day. And on my ranking list, it does go pretty high up. It's going to be number 5 out of all the Xbox games that I've played. Splinter Cell is just a bit better because I think it's a more memorable game, but I do think it's a little bit better than Agent Under Fire because I'd rather pick up and play Rallisport Challenge. If you played this game back in the day, please leave a comment below, or if you're interested in it or like my video, give it a like and comment below. We'd really love the support over here at Camp Xbox, and we'll catch you next time.